This is a warning to all living mortals that whosoever opens this chest of demons will release 13 of the most terrifying ghosts upon the face of the earth.
It's been 34 years, and dear God, it's been 34 years. But at last it's time, for those of you who watched it back then, and I'm unsure how many of you were even around then, but it's time to complete a show that I certainly loved as a kid. Yes, it's time to return to the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. In that time, when they were experimenting more and more with Scooby Doo and swarming around the cast, you had Scooby, Shaggy, Daphne, and Scrappy doing different adventures on their own away from Fred and Velma. Starting off with the new Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo show. But then they decided to take those changes and amp them up even further, taking the group across the world chasing real ghosts with new cast members. Flim Flam, a young scam artist, and Vincent Van Gogh, the group's man in the ball, sending them out on missions every week, all to capture 13 ancient spirits escaped from this mystery chest. Now, all of us fans never really expected them to ever come back to this. After all, this is Scooby-Doo, and trying new things is something baked into the series. Always looking forward, never going back, except in references to old things. Except this time they didn't. What happened is that Warner Brothers decided to continue and finish up this long-awaited, at least by me, plot from the 1985 series, with Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost. It all picks up years after the events of the original series, set in that nebulous Scooby-Doo timeline in which everything happened and yet nothing happened. Somehow they're still teens, even though during the 13 Ghosts, this was supposed to be when Daphne was running her own legitimate detective agency. Circumstances conspire to get them sent off on another adventure, which shows a shift in the dynamic once Fred and Velma discover just what Shaggy, Scooby, and Daphne were up to in their absence, experiencing real ghosts, different dangers, and just what crazy gadgets and nonsense that group had gotten into. We get Daphne leading the group, Scooby and Shaggy playing far more active roles, and Fred and Velma's kind of regulated to their own separate side story, where Velma's kind of the skeptic when all this crazy magic nonsense is going on, and Fred is stuck just trying to figure out where he belongs in this new world. While there's no Vincent Price playing the role of Vincent Van Gogh, the new person playing the role actually does a really good job. We also get a bit more backstory into him and why he was protecting the chest in the first place. The animation quality for this movie was kind of middle of the road. There have been better, more high quality movies, and yeah, to this date, nothing's reached the quality of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, but this one was pretty good. The character models and designs harkening back a lot to that original series. Like all good mysteries, this one has quite a few twists and turns, and there were some things that I actually did not see coming. I will say this, one of the things I loved about the original series was the whole globe-trotting adventures, and while they did try a little bit of travel in this one, it was nowhere near what I actually would have wanted for it. I wanted them to go from place to place, I wanted them to cross countries, I wanted, more adventure for this. For its hour-and-a-half runtime, not as much happens as you'd actually think. But we do get a mystery, and we do get some twists, we do get some goofiness, we do get just another fun Scooby adventure, and we get some returning friends we thought we'd never see again. The gags were on point, and the songs were pretty nice. I will say it is not exactly what I would have wanted as a conclusion to this whole thing, but it is good to finally get some closure on it. Overall, yeah, Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost, it is not exactly all that I wanted, but it's far more than I thought I'd ever get. So you know what? Yeah, this was good, it was worth it, I'm glad I saw it, and I hope you can go out and enjoy it yourself. I'm not going to spoil the plot, I'm not going to spoil even what happens with the 13th Ghost. Go and see it. I'd say it's worth it. This is Keckers Boy saying, bye-bye.